in the shadow of a violent and shocking act of terror at a Moscow concert hall. Apprehensions are on the rise in Kyiv over concerns that Russian President Vladimir Putin may seize upon the tragedy as a pretext to intensify military actions in Ukraine. The horrific event, which occurred on a Friday night and left at least 60 dead and numerous others injured, bears the hallmark of an extremist attack, with the Islamic State militant group claiming responsibility amid a maelstrom of speculation and distress. Although the claim from the Islamic State is on record, the Kremlin has refrained from pointing fingers at any specific group, nation, or individual. Historical instances have shown that the Islamic State has sometimes inaccurately taken credit for attacks, yet the severity of the massacre matches the group's recognized tactics. In the confusing aftermath, rumors abounded that the perpetrators might have connections to the ongoing war in Ukraine, such as being a participant in a false flag operation orchestrated by Russia to implicate Kyiv and rally domestic support. Ukrainian officials have vocally denounced what they characterize as Russian insinuations of Ukraine's involvement, framing such claims as a deliberate provocation by the Kremlin. Ukraine's foreign ministry contended that these allegations serve as a catalyst for anti-Ukrainian sentiment within Russia to motivate Russian mobilization against Ukraine and smear Ukraine's international reputation. The Ukrainian statement also alluded to Russia's documented history of orchestrating provocations for political gain, highlighting Putin's autocratic regime's willingness to sacrifice Russian lives for political objectives, a tactic mirrored in the ongoing military incursion into Ukraine that has seen countless Ukrainian civilians perish under missile strikes and other forms of military assault. Aside from its conflict with Ukraine, Russia grapples with domestic threats from Islamist extremism, an issue on which it formerly collaborated with Western powers such as the UK and the US, despite the subsequent deterioration of these diplomatic ties. Adding a layer of concern to the situation, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow had previously issued a caution to American nationals about potential extremist plans to target populist gatherings, which casts a shadow over the attack's origins. The post-attack environment in Russia is particularly fraught with the potential for misinformation, as the Kremlin is known to manipulate the flow of information to its advantage, particularly in an era of conflict with Ukraine. Experts and analysts are wary. Sam Green of the Center of European Policy Analysis noted that despite the possibility of the Kremlin utilizing the attack for its own ends, this does not necessarily imply it was a false flag operation. In this tense atmosphere, the international community remains observant, recognizing that the pursuit of truthful and clear information is vital, especially when the stakes involve the potential for increased military engagement and the deepening of conflict in a troubled region.